And then the next thing is you prepare an action plan. What do I do? What action should I take? And then the last stage is where many of us have to take action. Because it is where everything, all the pivotal or anchoring principle is to pursue the plan. Taking action is the most difficult. Why? Because we always relax in the vicinity of the known. To go into the unknown is always a challenge. You see, it's more comfortable to stay in the realm of what you know. But if you want to make an impact, if you want your life to move from where it is to where you want it to go, and to follow that path of vision, you must learn how to take action. Tell your neighbor, take action. So we'll now go into it step by step. What are goals? What are goals? If you ask a young boy, his definition of a goal is different from somebody that is seated here. If you ask that young man, maybe a young man of 5, 6, you say, what is a goal? You say that time that somebody will kick the ball, Ronaldinho will kick the ball, and it will enter the net. That is a goal. Is it wrong? No. So the context of a goal, the goals that we are looking at, is how it links with the vision statement and the vision we are talking about. So a goal is a deliverable that is a function of the vision that we have talked about. So whatever your vision is, how it's like synthesizing, looking for the smaller bits. For example, now, you can say the goal of the young women that are unmarried, one of the goals can be to marry. Am I right? Very good. Because the broader vision might be to have a good family. That's a broad vision, a good vision. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. Young and old, all of us want to have a successful home. Am I right? Answer me when I'm asking. Good. So your vision might be have a successful home with excellent children, a progressive husband, or a supportive wife in a comfortable living environment. Simple. How do you achieve it now? Look at the goals. The goal, if you are not married, one of the first goals is get a good spouse. So the goals must tie to your vision. The goals must be tied to your vision. You can't say, with the example we are using now, to have a good home and look for a good spouse, and one of your goals is to make sure that all the things you carry to the shop, you sell it that day. It's a goal, but is it the right goal? For this particular vision we have talked about, that is not the right goal. So that's why we say your goals must be functional deliverables. How do we do that? Identify the resources for accomplishing your goals. Identify resources for accomplishing your goals. Look at the Redeemed vision. The vision of Redeemed is to make what? To make heaven. And then to pursue that vision, they said what? Very good. To take as many people with us as possible. Very simple. That's the goal. To be able to accomplish that vision of making heaven. It's a functional deliverable of the vision. Because it will enable you to accomplish the vision. Then, one thing that is very vital, and this one is necessary, is pursue goal congruence. I will explain what I mean. make sure your goals are in line with the institution in which you are supporting. What do I mean? You are pursuing a goal now. Just like I said, it's a functional deliverable. You are pursuing a goal and you are looking for every goal needs participation. If, for example, as the husband to my wife, my goal is, or the family goal is all about buy car for husband, buy shoe for husband. Those are goals, are they not? Build house for husband. If at some point the goal does not speak to the needs of or the goals of other people that are participating, if it doesn't speak to my wife's goals, then we don't have a shared vision. Do you understand? Let me give you a biblical example. Hannah was in distress. Why? Somebody was making fun of her. You are childless. You have no children. And she kept crying, Father, give me a child. Father, give me a child. Do you know what happened? The goal of childbearing remained her own until she changed the type of goal she had. Her goal before was to have children so that my co-housewoman will not laugh at me. Then she changed the goal. Her goal now became, give me a child and I will give you back so that he will be your own. Immediately there was a shared goal. The vision, God's vision aligned with our own. There was goal congruence. There is an intersection between God's plan and Anna's plan. That is what you call goal congruence. Many believers now are suffering because of this problem. All the goals that we have are for me. Meanwhile, we are believers. Where does it come into God's plan? What you want for yourself. Immediately, Anna shared her own. Said, this goal, Father, if you give me, I will give you back. It became a goal that made her vision God's vision. This is where the prosperity and the lifting and the promotion lies for many believers. All the goals, all the aspirations have continued to remain me. Goal congruence is when there's an intersection between your goals and that of the people, and those of the people participating in accomplishing your goal. If you have employees, what are your goals? How can you drive your goals so that your employees too will feel that, okay, my own purpose is to make profit, but their own is that once this profit comes in, we can share and say there are bonuses. Then the employee is encouraged to work harder as you are working harder, and the profit increases so that you can benefit. That's the principle of goal congruence. Goals are objectives. I think we've been able to establish that. And goals are linked to your action. Next slide, please. When you set your goals, you will now break it down again into smaller targets. I have my brother over there that is in charge of evangelism. His goal might be to see how he can bring in 100 souls into church every month. That's a goal, am I right? Very good. So the targets are the ones that you can easily monitor. Say, okay, to be able to do that, as a goal, what I'm going to do is we will go out for evangelism on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays. That's a target. Second target might be, as we go out for evangelism, we will try, since we are targeting 100 people every month, my target is every time I go for evangelism, I will speak to at least 50 people. That's a target. And you see, I'm using numbers so that you can know setting targets is measurable. That's the meaning of set targets, smart. You can measure it. So in the month that you set a target of 100 and you are able to only get 80, you will say what? Almost on target. But the balance we use for this target setting, we say below 100 will be on target. Anything above is what? Above target. So that's the simple way we set targets. This is the principle of target planning, target setting. So, as we said, go ahead, next slide. Targets are also key performance indicators. Key performance indicators. We put it in the other slide that goals are key result areas. They are deliverables. Targets are key performance indicators. So, your targets can form a basis for us to review. Say, okay, I'm in university now. I want to make a first class. That's my goal. My goal is to be the best. My vision is to be the best. My goal in school is to make a first class. What are the targets I need to set for myself? I'm going to ask questions here because it's been one-sided so far. Clement, I can see you are following me. Give me a target. I want to be first class. I want to make first class. So give me one target. One target I can get from there. Score above 80. Excellent. Very good. Another one. Anybody? Brother Ubong, I can see your face. Yes. Uh-huh. Very good. High CGPA. Good. Yes. Always be attentive. Hey, but one, I want something we can measure. Always sit in front. Okay. Who will measure it if you don't?